Good morning once more. We want to see how we can solve this integration problem we have on the board. They say integrate cos raised to power 4x dx. Question 2, integrate cos raised to power 6x dx. Now I want to see how we can integrate it using shortcut. So in this video, we want to derive that shortcut first. After deriving it, we will now integrate. So we now say to derive the shortcut, we say integrate cos raised to power of n x dx, where n means this power you are seeing. This is the same thing as integrate cos n minus 1 x then cos x dx. This is from the principle of indices. That is, they have same base, cos x, n minus 1 plus spiritual 1 in this cos, that will be giving you n. So cos raised to power nx is something as cos n minus 1 cos x in mathematics from the principle of indices. Then we'll call this I in this video. Then you say that this is your U and this is your dv. Remember that in product rule of integration, we have that integration u dv is equal to uv minus integration v du. Okay, so what we now do is we now say, what is the value of u? U is cos raised to power minus 1 x. U equals to cos raised to power of n minus 1 x. Then dv equals to cos x. Then when this is differentiation v equal to this. Opposite of differentiation is integration. So when you integrate the v, you have v equals to. So if I integrate cos x, I'll be having v. So if I integrate this, it will be giving me sin x. Okay? Then when I say, what of the u? What is this? This means cos x raised to power of n minus 1. So how do we differentiate it? Differentiate cos x, that is minus sin x. Then carry n minus 1, multiply spiritual 1 here. You have n minus 1, then bracket cos x, n minus 1 minus 1, n minus 2. This will be giving me n minus 1. This will be giving me minus n minus 1 sin x cos n minus 2 x. Okay, we now plug it in the formula we have, which is this. We now say integration, this is equal to this. Cos raised to power ns dx is equal to, then what is your u? Your u is cos n minus 1 x. What is your v? Your v is sin x. Then you say minus integration. What is your v? You write again sin x. What is your du? Du is minus n minus 1 sin x cos n minus 2x. So we now say this minus coming out will turn here to be plus, equals to cos n minus 1 cos n minus 1x sine x minus times minus plus integration. Bring out n minus 1, then bracket sine x times sine x sine squared x, then cos n minus 2x. Okay? So, we say from here, remember that sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cos squared x. So, when I say that means integration cos x power nx dx equals to, this is cos n minus 1 x sine x plus, bring out n minus 1 integration. What is sine squared x? 1 minus cos squared x, then cos n minus 2x. Okay? Now this times this will be giving me n minus 1. This times this cos n minus 2x, then minus n minus 1, you write it again. This times this. Now n minus 2 minus n minus 2 plus 2 will give you n. So this times this will give you nx. So you put your integration symbols. Okay? Then equals to cos n minus 1x sine x. Okay? So that is for this. You now say, remember that we said let cos x power ns be I. That means that this is equals to cos n minus 1x sine x plus n minus 1 integration cos n minus 2x minus n minus 1 I. So everything here is our I. So we say I, because say let this be I equals to this. Then we have it finally that I minus, when this goes the other side, it will be plus n minus 1 I equals to cos n minus 1 x sine x plus n minus 1 cos n minus 2x. So we now factorize. Once you factorize, you'll be having it to be, okay? You factorize, this have I. If you remove one I here, one will remain plus n minus 1. So if you remove one I and one I, this is what you will have, equals to, you have cos n minus 1x sine x plus n minus 1 integration cos n minus 2x. Okay? Now this means 1 plus n minus 1 minus 1 gone. I n equals to cos n minus 1x sine x plus n minus 1 integration cos n minus 2x. So when you divide everything with n, you will be having your I. What is your I? Your I means integration of cos raised to power n x dx equals to cos n minus 1 x sine x all over n plus n minus 1 over n integration cos n minus 2x. So you attach plus c. Plus c because we don't have upper and lower limit. So that is the shortcut we are to use to solve it. So integrate cos raised to power 4x dx. Our n is 4. 4 minus 1 cos 3x sine x all over 4 because n is 4 plus 4 minus 1 3 over 4 integration cos 4 minus 2 2x. Okay, how do we integrate? So we sort out integrate cos squared x. That will be giving you your n at this point. When we get this, we multiply by 3 over 4, then write our final answer. Cos squared x, n is 2, cos 2 minus 1, 1, sine x, all over 2, plus 2 minus 1, 1, then 2 minus 2, 0. So, cos x raised to the power of 0 is 1. Integrate 1, it will give you x. It will give you x. So, we have seen what this gives you. Remember I said 2 minus 2, 0. So, it means that cos x raised to the power of 0. Cos x raised to the power of 0 is 1. Integrate 1, it will give you this x. Now finally, you will say integration of cos raised to the power 4x dx is equal to cos raised to the power 3x sine x all over 4 plus 3 over 4 bracket. What is integration of this? Cos x sine x all over 2 plus x over 2. Then this times this will be giving us 3 cos x sine x all over 8 plus 3x over 8 plus c. Then plus. Then we now say this is cos raised to the power 3x sine x all over 4. That is our final answer. Then what of integrate cos raised to the power 6x dx? We say to integrate it, we say integrate cos 6x dx. Here your n will be 6. Your n will be 6. So what you do now is that you say 6 minus 1 cos 5 cos raised to the power 5x sine x all over n is 6. N is 6 plus 6 minus 1 5 over 6 integration cos. We now say 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4x. Now, we have solved this and he gave us this. We now say finally, integration cos 6x dx is equals to cos raised to the power 5x sine x all over 6 plus 5 over 6 bracket. What did we get in integration cos raised to the power 4x? We say cos raised to the power 3x cos raised to the power 3x cos raised to power 3x sine x all over 4 plus 3 cos x sine x all over 8 plus 3x over 8. Then we multiply out. This will be giving us 5 over 24 cos raised to power 3x sine x plus this will be giving us 5 over 16 cos x sine x, okay, plus this times this, that will be giving us 5 over 16x. Then you attach plus 6. Then cos raised to power 5x cos raised to power 5x sine x all over 6. So that is the final answer for integration of cos raised to power 6x. Okay? So we say it's cos raised to power 5x sine x over 6 plus 5 over 24 cos raised to power 3x sine x over 25 cos raised to power 3x 5 cos raised to power 3x sine x over 24 plus 5 cos x sine x all over 16 plus 5x over 16 plus 6. That is the solution to this. So you use this shortcut to solve any question on this. Just carry the shortcut and put, then you sort it out. See you in the next video on time. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my video. Comment as well. See you on integration of tan nx.